We have learned about internet and its different uses, the ethics we have to follow while using internet. There are lot of pitfalls while using internet. So let's learn today internet safety measures. Let's learn about internet safety measures. First point is ask for parental assistance. The internet can be wonderful for kids. They can use it to research school reports, communicate with teachers and other kids, and play interactive games. But online access also comes with risk like inappropriate content, cyberbullying, and online predators. Using apps and websites where kids interact, predators may pose as a child or teen looking to make a new friend. They might prod the child to exchange personal information such as address and phone number, or encourage kids to call them, seeing their phone number via caller ID. Parents should be aware of what their kids see and hear on the internet, who they meet and what they share about themselves. Talk with your kids, use tools to protect them, and keep an eye on their activities. The federal law, the Children's Online Privacy Protection Act (COPPA), helps protect kids younger than 13 when they are online. It is designed to keep anyone from getting a child's personal information without a parent knowing about it and agreeing to it first. Some basic guidelines for safe online use. Follow the family rules and those set by the internet service provider. Never post or trade personal pictures. Never reveal personal information such as address, phone number, or school name or location. Use only a screen name and don't share passwords other than with parents. Never agree to get together in person with anyone met online without parents' approval and or supervision. Never respond to a threatening email, message, post or text. Always tell a parent or other trusted adult about any communication or conversation that was scary or hurtful. So don't even give your personal information online without your parents' permission. This means you should not share your last name, home address, school name, or telephone number. Remember, just because someone asks for information about you does not mean you have to tell them anything about yourself. Treat your personal information as you would treat your money. Protect it and don't leave it lying around for others to take. Personal and financial information are currency for cyber criminals online. With your stolen identity, a cyber criminal may be able to access your bank account or obtain credit cards or loans in your name and potentially ruin your credit rating. You need to be careful with how much personal information you reveal online. Sharing your address, phone number, birthday and other personal information can mean you are at a greater risk of identity theft, stalking and harassment. This includes information you post on social media like FB and WhatsApp. Cyber criminals can piece together your identity from information that is publicly available about you. So think about what information you are sharing online. Next is screen name. Screen name is the name that users choose to identify themselves on a network. For example, John Smith might choose the screen name of J. Smith. Avoid using your real name. Skip personal details. Consider a screen name's effect on others. Make sure it's readable and inoffensive. Keep it clean. Avoid bad words or anything sexy which can attract the wrong kind of attention. Passwords. Passwords provide the first line of defense against unauthorized access to your computer and personal information. The stronger your password, the more protected your computer will be from hackers and malicious software. You should maintain strong passwords for all accounts on your computer. How to create a strong password? Make it long. This is the most critical factor. Choose nothing shorter than 15 characters. Good if you can more characters. If more characters are there, it is better. Use a mix of characters. The more you mix up letters, uppercase, lowercase, numbers and symbols, the more potent and password is. And the harder it is for a brute force attack to crack it. Avoid common substitutions. Password crackers are hip to the usual substitutions. There are some patterns, so avoid that common substitutions. Don't use memorable keyboard path. Much like the advice above, not to use sequential letters and numbers. Do not use sequential keyboard path either like QWERTY or ASDFGH or 1 2 3 4 5 like that. These are among the first to be guessed. Don't share your password with anyone. Photos. One major safety risk of posting photos of your children on Facebook and other social networks is the attention they may get from predators. Even when you have set up the strictest of privacy settings, other people can share your photos. Next point is online friends. An online friend can disappear overnight. One may never know who they are talking to, and so providing too much information about oneself can be risky and very dangerous. People you meet online are not always who they claim to be. Indeed, they may not even be real. Fake social media profiles are a popular way for hackers to cozy up to unwary web users and pick their cyber pockets. Be as cautious and sensible in your online social life as you are in your in-person social life. Next point is online ads. Anytime you make a purchase online, you need to provide credit card or bank account information. Just what cyber criminals are most eager to get their hands on. Only supply this information to sites that provide secure, encrypted connections. You can identify secure sites by looking for an address that starts with HTTPS. The S stands for secure rather than simply HTTP. They may also be marked by a padlock icon next to the address bar. Lock sign you can see next to the in the address bar next to that name, HTTP name. And just going through reading that HTTP sites is not dangerous, but while you are uploading, you are giving any personal information like your Aadhaar number or credit card number or passwords, that time you must check the address bar whether it is secure or not. Otherwise it is no problem for just going into that site and reading. Don't click any links in that particular sites, in such type of sites. Okay. Downloading. A top goal of cyber criminals is to trick you into downloading malware, programs or apps that carry malware or try to steal information. This malware can be disguised as an app, anything from a popular game to something that checks traffic or the weather. So they will send links, programs or apps. It consists of some malwares that can steal the information about you. So don't download apps that look suspicious or come from a site you don't trust. Okay, next is bullying. We have already learned cyberbullying is bullying that takes place over digital devices like cell phones, computers, and tablets. Cyberbullying can occur through SMS, text, and apps, or online in social media forums or gaming, where people can view, participate in, or share content. Cyberbullying includes sending, posting, or sharing negative, harmful, false, or mean content about someone else. It can include sharing personal or private information about someone else, causing embarrassment or humiliation. Some cyberbullying crosses the line into unlawful or criminal behavior, so be careful. A social networking service, also social networking site or social media like FB or WhatsApp, is an online platform which people use to build social networks or social relationships with other people who share similar personal or career interests, activities, backgrounds, or real life connections. Social networking services vary in format and the number of features. They are restricting some age limit. So age restrictions on social media platforms are in place to keep kids safe. When young kids falsify their age and use social media, they are often too young to understand the implications of their posts or effectively handle dangerous situations and cannot be protected by laws directed at the safety of youth online. Without proper guidance, children may make public posts and overshare personal information, which can lead to them being at risk from malicious people. Don't plagiarize. Plagiarism refers to the use of other people's ideas, such as assignments or term papers, without giving credit for their work. Researchers suggest that plagiarism is one of the main issues affecting the success of most scholars. The act of stealing other people's ideas and copying their content again is against the set standards. So we can protect our system by using firewalls. Firewalls work like a filter between your computer and internet network and the internet. You can program like this. Here you can see this is the internet and this is your system. So here firewall is filter. This is the firewall. So whatever we give access to enter through the firewall, that will enter through the firewall and we can receive. You can program what you want to get out and what you want to get in. Everything else is not allowed here. This red items that is not allowed to enter. Firewalls can be used in a number of ways to add security to your home or business. A digital footprint is a funny term used to describe the traces of yourself that you leave online. It is called a footprint because with every website you visit, you leave a trail or footprint showing that you have been there, much like the footprints you leave while playing outside in the snow. Have you ever looked at your computer's history? In that history, you will find a list of all the various websites you have visited. That's a simple kind of footprint you might find on a computer. Your online footprint gets a little more complicated, though. The digital footprint is like leaving little pieces of information about yourself online for the world to find. That's kind of cool and also kind of scary, isn't it? Sometimes you share this information on purpose, like if you are registering to play an online game, but sometimes you are sharing this information without knowing it, like if you make an online purchase. It is a great thing to share photos and videos online to your friends and seeing how your friends react. But it is important to remember that other people like your teachers, parents, classmates, and strangers all can have access to what you post online. So, make sure the content is appropriate, because if you post inappropriate things, it can damage your reputation later in the future and haunt you. It has a huge impact online and real life image and reputation with relationship with friends, family, teachers and the community. These are the risks. For example, if you were to apply for a decent job and have posted obscene pictures of yourself on Facebook, how will your employer react? If he or she saw your Facebook account, they would judge you based on these pictures, and it would be most likely the case that you would be not hired and be flat out rejected. So, there are risks while posting your photos or your details in the social media. Not being sensible with your digital footprint can heavily affect on your employment prospects, admission to school, university or groups. In worst cases, it can leave the prospect of you losing your job. What cautions we can take? A digital footprint is your online identity and individuality, and is what makes you unique. It is builds the online reputation or impression depending on the things you do online. It is important to be aware of it, because anything posted online is permanent and stays there forever regardless of being deleted. So be careful. Action to be followed. Delete or deactivate old shopping and social media accounts. After signing up for an account online, do not forget to delete or deactivate it once you are done. These accounts normally store tons of your personal information such as your name, email address, profile picture and sometimes even payment information. Second point is always be on your guard when posting online. Research has shown that most people do not think things through when they post on the internet. This is a bad move, since thinking before you post online is one of the best and the easiest way to protect yourself against internet predators. Next is clear your browser history and cache. As you surf the web browser, your internet browser picks up a lot of information that it stores for possible later use. While this helps improve your browsing experience somewhat, it isn't always in your best internet. So clear your browser history. Use an effective VPN service. Let's learn about VPN service. A great way to protect your online privacy is by using a virtual private network or VPN. A VPN works by routing your device's internet connection through your chosen VPN's private server instead of from your internet service provider, so that all your online data comes from the VPN instead of the computer. By creating a special tunnel that encrypts your vital data, VPNs prevent third parties from knowing what sites you visit or what you do on them. VPN helps you to hide yourself from others. VPN are common today and there are several recommended brands out there. So this virtual private network that hide you by being an intermediate person. There will be an intermediate site in between you and the internet. Avoid suspicious data collection sites. Data collection sites exist entirely for the purpose of collecting your data on the web. They are unavoidable as they often appear on your website faster than the speed of lightning in the form of unwanted spams and ads. So, better you can avoid suspicious data collection sites. By this, let's wind up the session for today and for the exam. Chapter 4 Ethics and chapter 7 HTML page number 128 onwards. That's from Mark You onwards will be there for the exam. All of you read the chapter and study well. Prepare well for the exam. All the best. Thank you.